at LearnTheHarmonica.com. Today I'm answering a question I get asked a lot. So how do you play along with a backing track? I'm going to give you some tips to get you started, how to get started in the right place, and I'll also give you a few little demos of practice exercises just to ease your way into actually soloing and improvising over these tracks. If you want hundreds of backing tracks, then take a free trial of my harmonica school where you'll get pro tracks in different speeds, grooves, different styles of blues, as well as in-depth lessons on how to improvise over those tracks as well. There's a link in the description to find out more. So the first thing to do is make sure that you've got the right key of backing track and the right key of harmonica. So in the intro you heard a kind of shuffle blues backing track in the key of G, and I was using a C diatonic harmonica. That's usually the best place to start. If you've got a C harmonica, use a G backing track. If you want to understand why that is and how to know with different keys of harmonica and different key of song what harmonica to use, then check the link in the description to my lesson on which harmonica key for which song key, and that'll help you understand for first, second and third position. But most of the time, C harp for the key of G. So the next thing to do is to start tapping your foot and counting along to the backing track. So I'm just going to count through 1, 2, 3, 4, so that I'm counting each beat of each bar. See if you can count along with me, and this will help you keep time. It'll also help you to listen and really bed in your understanding of the backing track rather than skipping ahead and playing. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next thing is to pick up your harmonica. Now, we are going to play really simple stuff here. Even if you are an experienced player but you've never played with a backing track, you're going to have to start simply. So we're just going to play root notes. So what that means is the kind of note upon which each chord is based. So for the one chord on my C harmonica, I'm going to play the 2 draw. You could also play the 3 blow. That's the G note, so that's the root note of the 1 chord. And then on the 4 chord, we're going to play the 4 blow. You could also play the 1 blow or the 7 blow or the 10 blow. They're all C notes. Then on the 5 chord, I'm going to play the 4 draw. You could also play the 1 draw or the 8 draw. That is the D note, so that's the kind of note upon which the 5 chord is built. I'm just going to play it at the start of each bar. So I'm going to kind of play. You could hold it for longer or you could play it for each beat, but you might find that you're running out of air. So just to keep it simple, that's all I'm going to do. 2, 3, 4. So the next step is to play arpeggios. So this means playing each note of the chord. And the reason we're going to do this is that it's a great way to start coming up with phrases, building solos and licks and cool little lines to fill out your improvisations. But at first it's just a case of moving through the motions, going up each arpeggio. So on the 1 chord, we're going to play 2 draw, 3 draw, 4 draw and 5 draw. I'm going to play one of those notes for each beat. And then on the 4 chord, I'm going to play 1 blow, 2 blow, 2 draw, 3 draw, half step bend. If you can't play the bend, just miss that note out, maybe repeat one of the other notes. And then on a 5 chord, we've got 1 draw, 2 draw, half step bend, 3 draw, full step bend, and 4 blow. Again, if you can't play those notes, maybe just play the root note or find another note that you think sounds nice on that chord. But I'll give you a demo just playing those arpeggios. I'm just going to go up them 1 note per beat. Again, if you don't have the breath control to keep that breath going for that many notes, you can skip a note here or there as long as you make sure that you know where you are on the 12-bar structure, what chord you're playing over.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So the final step is to start mixing up those arpeggios. So you can either just take 1 or 2 of the notes and kind of wail on those, really kind of give them some welly, give them the space and time to start taking your attention. Or you could play the full arpeggio but mixed up and maybe repeat some of the notes. And it's really about starting to experiment. You're gonna have to sound bad before you sound good. So what I mean by that is every improviser who has ever learned to solo has had to go through the learning process of finding what works by experimenting. And this is a way of easing into that, but you are gonna have times when you think, I sound like absolute rubbish. It's not a problem with you, that's just the learning process. But I'll give you a little bit of a demo. I'm going to try my best to keep to notes within the arpeggios. It's quite a disciplined exercise, but I'll do my best to show you what kind of things you can start to come up with just with those few notes. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think I just about or almost kept within the arpeggio notes there, but of course by changing the order and the amount of notes I was playing, it starts to sound a bit more like a solo. But there are loads of different ways to improvise. This is just one of many approaches, and I have courses at my harmonica school going through lots of different approaches to hopefully get you to be the best blues harmonica player you can be. I'm offering a free trial at the moment. You can check the link in the description to go and find out how you can get 30 days to try out all of my courses. I also have hundreds of professionally recorded backing tracks available in the school as well, so you can try out lots of different speeds, grooves, and keys of blues harmonica. Okay, I'll see you again soon for another harmonica lesson. Until then, enjoy your practice. Cheers.